Hello guys, welcome back to the UtdDistrict YouTube channel, and today, a day after the loss to Arsenal, we're going to be speaking about a few talking points from that game after we've reflected, and to be honest, it was an okay result for United, which is sad to say, but considering the fives and sixes people were talking about, a 1-0 defeat, United competed pretty well, and yeah, overall it was probably as much as you could have hoped for from the United team on the pitch. So the first talking point I wanted to talk about, and it's the obvious one, is the changes which Ten Hag made, most notably Amad Diallo coming into the side for his first start in almost 3-4 years, I think it was. He was very impressive on the right wing. He's got the same aspects which Antony and Sancho bring, where they're a bit more calmer in possession, do the right things, but he's also got a little bit of spark which Antony doesn't have, spark which Sancho has but didn't really show at Old Trafford, the ability to go in and out of players, the ball manipulation, top, genuinely top, and it's a shame how much time we wasted with Amad. He came when he was just turning 18, I believe. He was supremely talented then. He's 21 now, which isn't old. There's still time for him to really come into his own, and that performance against a really tough Arsenal team has done his reputation good, and hopefully he goes on to start the next game if his knee is okay, because he did come off with what looked to be a little bit of an injury. Sofian Amrabat came in as well, and he's been memed a lot since joining the club, but it was a solid performance, and he does offer things that United need right now. He might not offer them at the highest level that maybe your Rodris do, your Declan Rices do, but he does certain things like maybe dropping into the back line, circulating the ball, not being too silly on the ball. He does these things to a decent level. And of course, when he's out of possession, when he's running, when he's turning, he looks a bit silly. He's not the quickest. He's not got great sprint speed, agility, and that can make him look silly, especially in this United midfield. But United were a bit more solid defensively yesterday, and I think he played a decent role in the game, and I feel like he probably should have had more chances over the course of the season. Moving on to the second main point, and I think it is an important one to talk about, it's Garnacho, and I'm not sure about you, but I've been seeing a lot of criticism of solely Garnacho, and it feels like because Marcus Rashford and Bruno Fernandes didn't play, someone's got to be blamed for the result, and Garnacho is being blamed a lot for his end product, which was very poor yesterday. He couldn't really figure that last bit out against Arsenal, but what I look at in that game personally is I was looking at how many times he was getting the opportunity to do that. Yes, he was wasting a lot of chances, but he was getting those chances in the first place, and he was creating a lot of separation with Ben White, who's one of the best defensive fullbacks in the league, and he kept on doing that. He kept on getting that half yard, either on the byline to cross or going inside to potentially shoot or link up. It wasn't working for him after that, but he was getting that first bit done, and after a long season where, I've mentioned it before, he started 38 games now, which is more than triple last season's starts where he only started 11. His role's completely changed, and he's still looking dangerous. He's just got to get that last bit, which is fair enough to criticise, but when you've got to take into account the situation which he's been in, and he's been relied on a lot this season because the likes of Antony, the likes of Sancho, the likes of Rashford haven't really either performed or been fit or been in the squad. So be a little bit easier on Garnacho, I'd say, and just think about it like a striker. If a striker's getting a load of chances and they're missing, you do go, okay, but they're getting in the position to score, so it'll come. Similar with Garnacho, he's getting past his fullback a lot, and it's just about getting that last bit into his game. But moving on to the third talking point, and I don't want to go on to Antony too much, but I feel like this is just like that. It's little bits building up recently. It's the Coventry goading the Coventry players, which isn't a good look. It's the celebration, which I know was, I think it was for his son, but it's just the way that it looks. And the most recent example is his reaction. I think it was the Stretien TikTok picked it up, and his reaction to going fullback. Carragher complained about him speaking like this last time out, and he'd done it again to an opposition player. He looked angry about going to fullback, and I don't know. I mean, he shouldn't have been on the pitch, really. If Ahmad stayed fit, if Ahmad didn't need to go off for his knee, he shouldn't have been near the pitch because he's not performed nearly as much. And I think this is disrespectful to Ten Hag, his kind of attitude recently, at least, because Ten Hag's the one who put his back on the line. He made the club pay ridiculous amounts for this player, and of course there's a criticism to Ten Hag that Antony is clearly not good enough to be worth that money, but also I feel like there's certain bits. It might. I mean, I'm not a fan of Antony. I think he should be sold in the summer, but I don't want it to seem like I'm singling him out. But when you are a big money signing and you've almost done nothing for the club, this is stuff which just gets on the nerves of fans. I've seen the reaction and it's not good. Fans seeing that he's doing that to Gabriel Jesus straight after being subbed to left back. He's looking mopey when we're still in the game against Arsenal, and the injury troubles are known. It's known that we've not got options, so someone might need to do that job. And I don't know. I don't think you can complain when you're in the form which he's been in these last 2 years. So yeah, there's the last one. And just to top it off, I'll give an extra one, an extra kind of thought that I had is, I thought overall the game was okay. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, but if we performed like that more of the time, regardless of results, I'd be a little bit more happy with Ten Hag potentially and whether he stays or whether he goes. But the performances haven't been like that. They've been a lot more unreliable, and yeah, so let me know what you thought of the game in the comments below. And if you enjoyed the video, we'd appreciate it if you gave it a like below, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and that's all from me. We'll see you in the next one.